So welcome back to my channel. This is GamerDom, and yes, your eyes don't deceive you. This is the latest in a long line of premium OP tanks that Wargaming have been brought into the game. You can forget your defenders. Oh, that's so last year. The new OP tank on the block right now is this thing. This is the IS3A, the Russian, well of course all the best things are Russian, everybody knows that, Russian tier 8 premium heavy tank. This was the tank that was brought out, was it a year or so ago now, and was a complete disaster. Supposed to have an auto-loading system. At the time they didn't have the rules worked out how to play that system. So they basically just installed it like an IS3 but slightly worse, but with 3-man crew, and it did away with its loader, and it was just absolute garbage. Yeah, absolute garbage. But you know, Wargaming can't let a decent Russian tank die, so they buffed it to the hell in the recent patches, and now this thing has a proper auto loader on it, bit like the Italian tanks do, only betterer. So why is it betterer? Well, it gets faster reloading the less shells you have in your barrel, so it encourages the tank to basically blast off all 3 of its rounds, because much like the Italian tanks, it starts reloading the moment you fire the first shell. You can see here it's got 3 shells in the magazine. We've already fired 2 of them, there's the 3rd, and now we're on a full reload. So you have a heavy tank with seriously good turret armor that can fire 3 shells that are doing, well, what's the average damage? About 340, something like that, average damage. I forget now off the top of my head. In fact, I could look it up and be really efficient there. 390, god, what am I talking about? Average of 390 in 3 shots is just ridiculous. So anyway, this is Trit D, who is driving for us the IS3A, and he's on the French Paris map. It is an all tier 8 affair, so none of you Uniscum, you know, bashing lower tiers here. These are all tier 8 tanks he's up against, and he is going to make them look stupid. Now, he's a good player, and you know, that helps. Probably got a very good crew in this tank. He's also running food, but you can see here he's got himself into a wonderful position. He's using the dead IS3. I mean, the IS3 is so last century, you know, now we're all auto loaders, and he's using that to fire anything that tries to come around that corner, and he's having a great time of it. Look at this, boom, nearly 250, 2,500 damage, and nothing, even that Scorpion G cannot bounce his turret, because this little thing has a very, very thick and very well-rounded turret. And so, you know, he's just in an ideal situation. 249 millimeters of frontal armor. Look at this gun, reloading, reloading, reloading. However, the team is struggling, and now he is the only player left on this flank. Well, there's a couple of TDs further back, but basically he's the only one here. And that's going to be a bit of a problem for him, because like all Russian tanks, the one area they haven't amended in terms of making them all superhuman is they do not have any view range. So he's in a bit of a predicament. He's got 3 shells in the barrel, but there's a lot of enemy tanks around here, and he's not going to see much of them before they arrive. Now, there are a couple of TDs who are trying to provide support, but yeah, where are they going to come from? He obviously wants to try and get that T-44 shot. Oh, there goes a ball sig. Oh, here we go. Enemy IS3A. Is he paying attention? He's fired 1. You saw the shell go out. There's a Scorpion G. We'll take him down first. Nice first shot. Now the autoloader comes into its own. The IS3A is not paying attention. That's better. Nicely done. Now, this is going to be interesting. 3,000 damage. He's on full health. That IS3A is likewise on pretty much full health. Now he's resisting the urge not to fire. Bounced the shot. Did actually shoot. Sorry, my bad. Wasn't paying attention. Took a shot in the side there, a bit unnecessary, but now they're in a shootout, right? IS3A against IS3A. Luckily, those TDs are holding his back, got his back, so they can keep anything coming around the other way. Don't know why the enemy IS3A has just decided to suicide effectively, turn his gun side on, and Triddy is going to have him for breakfast. There you go, he's down. So we're clawing the game back. It is now 5 plays 7. This T-34 is rather overextended. Oh, hang on, there's a T-44 to be finished off with first. Nice shot. That's our last standard round. He's now out of standard rounds. Now, it doesn't carry that many rounds, this tank. It's one of the weaknesses. And also, being an autoloader makes it doubly difficult because you're kind of stuck with whatever you first load in, because to reload with a premium round, you need to completely empty the clip and start again, so it's quite a lengthy reload process. Now he's only got premium rounds, it's a lot simpler. Well, he's got HE as well, I suppose. There's the T-34, can't get a shot on him yet. He's not going to come back that far, is he? Oh, he is. Oh my lordy lordy. And there's a GW Tiger has come all the way round. There's a Tiger 2 reloading for him. He shoots, he kills. So 9 all. It's all come back round. He's done 5,500 damage and got 5 kills so far. This thing is a monster in the hands of a good player. Well, even in the hands of an average player. Well, that's not true. I'm an average player and I'm shit in mine. I bought it when it was a truly shit tank, and I've just had no luck in it at all. And a few times I've rolled out with it so far since the upgrade, you haven't done very well either. So I'm not going to say it's a idiot-proof tank, but it certainly is one of the best currently in the game. And the choice of units comes everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if the strongholds battles and what have you are completely dominated by people driving these things. So he was going to drop down on that Tiger, but then he realised there was a Su-130 PM in the area, but he's got to go and finish this guy off. Oh, he takes a big hit there from the RT. Takes another one from that RT, and boom, takes him apart. Right, it's nearly 6,000 damage. Monstrously good game. In fact, up until now he hadn't really suffered any serious damage. A heat shell from the Su-130 is bounced on that wonderfully armoured turret, a very well rounded turret, and this is, you know, it's an IS3 hull with a very flat, low, very well rounded turret, which just makes this thing a beast when it comes to trying to take him apart. So the game is now afoot. He's asking his team, maybe now you'll move, which is a fair thing. I mean, at the moment we know there's just one heavy tank who was last seen up at B3. There's a TD somewhere, Borsig, we haven't seen him at all, and there is an artillery who's probably either at A1 or B1, judging by the fact there's an IS3. It would be nice if those guys did actually make a move. There's the IS3, he's appeared, but you know, sometimes you're just asking for miracles for your team to actually move and do something helpful. He does need help, however, because we're down to just 3 standard rounds plus 5 HE rounds. Now the IS3 is being eaten somewhat, and the good thing is the other enemy targets left, he's down, good. The only enemy targets left is artillery and a Su-130 PM, so yeah, HE will make a mess of both of those things. Although that Su-14-2 artillery is quite well armoured for artillery. Someone in his team is saying well done to him, and they should do. He held that heavy line pretty much alone, had the backup from the artillery, but that was it. Did a brilliant job. Can he get... somebody else pinches the kill. That so annoys me when you've done all the hard work and you're heavy and you're trundling up trying to get the glory of taking out the last few enemy tanks, and as your aim time is so slow, you're waiting to aim in and somebody else pinches the kill. Bastards. Was that just me? There's the suit. hit him 1 shot. This is where the autoloader comes into an home. 2 shots, 3 shots, and he is toast for the victory. Fantastic game. So not only was that an ace tanker, but that was also his second mark of excellence. So clearly Triddy is really enjoying this IS3A. He's already gone out and 2-marked it, which takes a lot of doing when all the very best players are playing this thing at the moment. Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof. Got the Radley Waters for taking down 8 or 9 enemy tanks in one battle. High caliber, and of course the Top Gun. Finished up, well, of course he did, top of his team. Look at that, 7,443 damage, 8 kills, 2079 base XP. I mean, just nobody else on his team was even close to what he did damage-wise. Even on the enemy team, there were a couple of 2,000ers, but he 7,000 damage in a heavy. Wow. And it was a tier 8, all tier 8 game, remember. No being top tier for him in this game. So 23 shots. Fired, hit with 22 of them and penned with 20 for that 7,000 damage. He took 6 hits himself, 4 of which penetrated. That doesn't add up. 6 hits received, 4 received. 4 bounced, 1 penetrated. That's 5. Wargaming, you're drunk. Blocking 1,700. 192,000 credits with some personal reserves running, another 25,000 credits, even though he burnt through a bit of gold at the end there because he had no standard rounds left. He still made 233,000 credits. Would have been just shy of 170,000 even without a premium account, and 4,500 XP for his crew. Would have been just over 3,000 without a premium account. So there you go, the IS3A available now if you've prepared to take the gamble in the large large boxes that you can buy in the shop. Wargaming, you're a disgrace. Hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously, and I'll see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom signing out.